Hello everybody and welcome back to the F1 2021 My Team Career Mode with me, Dan, and the Radiant Racing team for the penultimate time. We are here in Australia for round 15 of Season 3 and well, this is going to be an exciting one because the championship could be won here today. Red Bull's reliability has been terrible these past few races and all we need now is another issue for Max Verstappen to just give us the edge over our rival and help us to win the championship for the first time on the channel. 5 seasons of the Cup career, been and gone with no fruits to our labour, and 2 seasons so far before this one of the My Team with nothing to show for it. Anyway, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Let's try and hit 200 subscribers before F1 2022 comes out. As we get onto the starting grid, and it's Sergio Perez leading the field away from Sean Galeo, our teammate in P2, is a good qualifying for him. Then we have ourselves in P3 alongside Yuki Tsunoda of all people, followed by Valtteri Bottas and then the other AlphaTauri of Pierre Gasly. We know that car is very quick. Then we have Lewis Hamilton, he starts alongside Carlos Sainz in the P7 and 8, and then rounding out top 10 we have the two McLarens of Lando Norris and the home hero Daniel Ricciardo. Behind them we have Charles Leclerc, he lines up alongside the Frenchman Esteban Ocon, and behind them we have George Russell all the way up in 13th, good for him, and Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. Then we have his teammate Jack Aitken in the other Aston Martin alongside the other Williams of Nicholas Latifi, followed by the two Alfa Romeos of Mick Schumacher and Antonio Giovinazzi. And finally it's Christian Lundgaard and Nikita Mazepin ahead of the 2 cars with penalties. It's Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso. Well, here we go for the penultimate time in just 2 days. Well, I guess even 1 day tomorrow we will have F1 22 content out, unless it's released early. But we get away in Australia. The two AlphaTauris actually go wheel to wheel. They're getting past Valtteri Bottas, and we go down into turn 1, no positions game. But Sean Galeo all the way up into first position. What a fantastic move for him at the start of this Grand Prix, getting past his rival at Red Bull, Sergio Perez. They're trying to battle over third place in the championship. That will be crucial. And in the background, Valtteri Bottas and Pierre Gasly are continuing their little tussle. It looks like the Mercedes has just got out on top there. As we start to drop back, this is not a strong circuit for us. All weekend we've been struggling. Somehow managed to stick it in P3. In fact, it might have been P4 had Max Verstappen not had all of those penalties and put him all the way at the back of the grid. Not good for him whatsoever. George Russell in the Williams. Of course, we like to track Williams because we did the Cup career in the Williams. All the way up to P12 already, so good job for him. As we continue along Australia for the final time on this layout. It's not going to feature in Season 1 of F1 22. I did a random spin wheel yesterday, and it was not one of the tracks that was chosen. One of the only tracks with a track layout change that will not feature. But don't worry, it will appear in the future. As we watch our onboard into turn 1, we see Sean Galeo there get that magnificent start and absolutely boss Perez, as we actually had a bit of oversteer, slid out of turn 2. And let's go on board with our teammate with the gold helmet that I can't actually see what's written on the top of it. For some reason he's looking to his right, even though Perez is on his left. Maybe his eyes are backwards. Nevertheless, he gets round the Mexican into first position, and we rejoin them now, coming to the end of lap 2. Into the final corner they go. Sergio Perez will be getting DRS on the next DRS zone. It won't be this one, due to the detection point being a little bit further back. We are just about hanging on here, but you can see already how badly Yuki Tsunoda is holding up Valtteri Bottas. Not that Bottas is going to keep up that easily with us, given that his Mercedes is not very competitive in this season. It's just been outdeveloped in pretty much all areas by us and multiple other teams. As we follow Sean Galeo. Oh, and he's bowled it! He's had the one chance to win the Grand Prix, and he's absolutely thrown it away. I mean, fair play to him. He's actually trying to get back onto the circuit. He only drops to 8th position. You've seen the AI on multiple occasions on this channel just sit there on the edge of the circuit doing nothing until the entire field has passed them. We've rejoined us. We might have an opportunity here because Perez was slowed down by the spin of Sean Galeo. And we're going to get DRS on him now. Going down towards the final few corners is not going to be enough here, that's for sure. But we might get a chance into turn 1 and then into turn 3 by the time we get to the end of the second DRS zone on the track. So just see further down the order, Max Verstappen up into 16th now. Still 0 points for him. I think even at this stage we can still win the championship if we stay where we are or go better as we come down towards turn 1. DRS shuts. Will we get the drive that we need out of the corner? I'm just still surprised that Sean Galeo didn't stop on the circuit and ruin his race, as that would have been an absolute disaster. And no, we cannot catch up to the Red Bull. This is the onboard of Sean Galeo's crash. And we haven't seen this from him all season, but he just gets on the curb right under pressure and just bins it straight away. His one chance to win a race. And this was our perspective of that incident. There he goes, spinning out of control. Then he backs onto the circuit. We actually take avoiding action early, but Perez almost gets clipped by him there, which honestly would have been preferable. Anyway, we rejoin on lap 7 since not much has been going on as Sean Galeo comes into the pit lane. He did not take damage. This is a routine pit stop. He's coming out behind Lewis Hamilton and Pierre Gasly, ahead of some of these back markers that are coming through right now into turn 1. Oh, Mick Schumacher smashed his front wing up. Not for the first time. Mick Schumacher has just crashed into another car. We've seen it multiple times on the channel in multiple cars. He's done it again, ladies and gentlemen. Mick Schumacher, here we go. Blind. How do you not see that? That is almost as bad. In fact, that is as bad or worse than Hamilton.
Box, box, box.
That is almost as bad, if not worse, than Hamilton just crashing into the back of us in Brazil last time out when we were coming up the hill in Sector 2. He just let the car run out wide and just smashed into the back of us. His race was terminal. It looks as though Schumacher managed to survive, and given the safety cars out, Christian Lundgaard has not been able to overtake as we get a fantastic shot of Codemasters' broken sponsorships appearing on the car, and also Sergio Perez as a ghost again. If you have been watching the pit stops in the latest videos, you will have noticed that the Red Bulls appear to be ghosting every time they do a pit stop. I don't know why. I'm not going to question it. Maybe it's a feature now. Anyway, we rejoin at the end of the safety car period. We're on lap 10, about to become lap 11 of 15. And that will mean that there's 5 laps to go to try and get past this Red Bull and try and get some points on the board. Sean Galeo still scoring as we got the inside into turn 1. Sergio Perez backs out of it already, and we've taken the lead of the Grand Prix and absolutely storm ahead of the Red Bull. He is going to try and catch us now on the straight. Valtteri Bottas there under some pressure for Gasly again. Those two have got a score to settle from the start of the Grand Prix. And actually, looking down the order, I've just noticed that the McLarens have yet again dropped out of contention for points. Max Verstappen, though, also not into the points so far as we continue to hold position ahead of Sergio Perez. Yuki Tsunoda behind us, behind Perez, in close proximity to the Red Bull, perhaps trying to steal the seat from him. We haven't had too many driver moves so far this in these 3 seasons, I suppose. Christian Lundgaard, of course, coming up to replace Schumacher and Haas. Only because Raikkonen retired. As Yuki Tsunoda goes down the inside of Sergio Perez there, they're still battling into the double left-handers. We go on board with them now, watching Tsunoda. Valtteri Bottas also challenging. Is there damage on the Red Bull? Did he hit the curb or something? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't hit us there as we went through turn 1. On board with Tsunoda. Yeah, the other driver move, of course, was Jack Aitken replacing Sebastian Vettel when he retired. So nothing too extreme. This was Perez. Absolutely no contact at all, so he must have hit a curb or something somewhere, unless Yuki Tsunoda had a pop at him somewhere else on the circuit. But this was the onboard. Yuki Tsunoda already very close before this corner, and he just gets down the inside and gets the better drive out of the corner. Then with Perez making that correction, with Bottas coming through, about to lose yet another position. The Red Bull wounded and not able to compete any further as we rejoin on the penultimate lap. Still being chased down, this time by Yuki Tsunoda of all people, who we have not seen on the podium for a very long time. In fact, he did score a podium perhaps. I'm not sure. He may have scored a podium recently, but the last time we definitively saw him on the podium was during the co-op career when he drove for Ferrari and Mercedes. I believe he was up there for on a few occasions for them, definitely for Mercedes, because he absolutely dominated there. And now he's got the DRS on us. He's not got a better car than us, but he is going to try it anyway. Down into turn 4 and or 3, I can't remember. I don't count these corners. And we've somehow managed to defend that without allowing Valtteri Bottas through. Not that that's going to make any difference to the championship whatsoever, because Mercedes are absolutely nowhere in this at the moment. Currently sitting P3 in the standings, with no one else anywhere near them. As we come down into one of the new sections, I'll be looking forward to trying that out in possibly Season 2. If the random track generator will give me the right track again. Into the horrible section that I can never do, but is actually really fun when you get it right. Down towards the double right-hander. Yuki Tsunoda not quite as close this time. Pierre Gasly actually making quite significant progress. And actually looking at the time on the board, Charles Leclerc just got past Sergio Perez. In fact, they're battling right now, probably in the DRS zone, but we're not going to go on board to have a look at them. Charles Leclerc moves up to 7th. And he's definitely there as we come down to the finish line. And we cross the line. And we have a massive accident there, which is just made even worse by Yuki Tsunoda crashing into us, causing absolute mayhem on the circuit. Everyone goes flying past. And who's going to get driver of the day? It is, of course, Max Verstappen, who started right at the back and nearly finished in the points. However, there is a new champion. We have done it. Finally, after 5 co-op careers and 3 My Team seasons, we have crowned ourselves the Drivers' World Champion. It has only taken way too long, and definitely will not take that long when we get into F1 22. At least comparatively. We're not going to have 8 seasons where I win nothing. I'll be aiming to do it in the first 1 or 2, maybe the 3rd season, but starting as a back marker team. How fun is that going to be? Absolutely none. It's going to be horrible coming through the field once again with a car that can't turn, can't drive fast in a straight line, can't slow down, as we once again distribute bootleg copies of F1 2021 into the crowd. I think one of them may have killed a